Hey my beautiful people, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for coming back to join me. In today's video, it is going to be all about face, honey, okay? It's going to be a 2-in-1 video. However, part 2 will be posted completely separate. What I'm going to be doing today is I'm going to be focusing strictly on face and how to apply foundation, how to contour, how to highlight, all of that good stuff. And then also, once I apply all of that, I am also going to be applying my eyeshadow. I have never applied my foundation and have done my face before I have done my eyes. I don't like to do that. I see a lot of YouTubers, beauty influencers doing that, and it is a preferred method for them. I've never tried it because I feel like, you know, the eyeshadow, it falls out and it falls on your face, and I feel like I gotta be able to clean my face up, and it's like, what if that falls into my foundation? Then it's just completely ruined. But no worries, we're gonna try it today. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But if you want to see the video, make sure you stay tuned, and then also be on the lookout for part 2. Alright guys, so let's jump right into it. To start out with, I'm going to be using my NYX Studio Perfecting Primer. I'm going to go in and just put this over the face. I'm sure you guys know by now that a primer is important. You do want to make sure that you use a primer for your face to give some type of barrier between your skin and the makeup. So when you are applying this as well, you want to make sure to leave some type of a film on your face. Like, don't rub it completely in. You want to leave some type of barrier between your skin and the makeup. So next, I'm going to be going in with my Juvia's Place foundation stick. I do use 2 colors for Juvia's Place. I use the shades Guinea, I think that's how you pronounce it. Guinea and Madagascar are the 2 shades that I'm using. So I'm just going to apply that all over my face. Another video that I'm going to be trying, you guys, as well, something else I'm going to be trying that I see a lot of YouTubers do, is they will go in and they will literally, they will put their foundation on, they will put their contour, their highlight, they will put all of that on in one sitting and then just blend it all out together. I think Jackie Aina does that, so that is something else that I want to try as well, to see how that works out. So I'm going to be trying that also. I'm going to wet my beauty blender with just some rose water, and then I'm going to go in and just start blending this out. I really, really, really love this Juvia's Place. I mean, it is literally, 1, it's so easy to blend, but 2, it is literally so full coverage. Like, it is absolutely amazing. This definitely would be a foundation that I would recommend if you are a beginner, if you're a beginner and you're just starting out. Or even if you want to follow the steps in this video, I would definitely recommend the stick foundation from Juvia's Place because it is bomb. Whether you have hyperpigmentation like I do, or if you have smooth skin, whatever the case is, it's a really good foundation all around. So I'm just going to go on with a little bit more foundation just to kind of give these areas where I have the hyperpigmentation a little bit more coverage. And one thing I will say, if you do have any foundations that you feel like are not full coverage, I know a lot of people are not really fans of applying multiple applications, but even with full coverage foundations, sometimes you have to apply more than one application. Does it mean that it's necessarily going to be heavy? No, it doesn't. Not unless you're piling like 4 or 5 applications on like super thick, then yes, it will be. But 2 applications, no. Like my face feels a little bit not sweaty, but I can feel it on my face, and that's just because we have not set it. Anytime that you put any cream, concealer on, any foundation or anything, you need to set it, or else you will be able to feel it. But as far as full coverage goes, I don't even feel like I have two coats of it on, which I really don't, because I just really went over it just a tad bit, just to kind of further cover those areas up and get it. I'm just gonna go in with a stipple brush, because what I like to do and what I really love with stipple brushes is it really helps to really further push that product into your skin, making it seem or feel skin-like, because you don't want your makeup to look like it's just kind of like sitting on your face. You want to make it look like it is your skin. That's the key, sis. Skin. So I'm just going in with this brush, stipple brush, and I'm just blending it out furthermore. A lot of people can just do this with just a beauty blender. I could do it with just a beauty blender, but I prefer to use a stipple brush after my beauty blender. So, and it already, to me, like, I just love how it looks even more blended when I use the stipple brush. Alright, so boom, foundation is done. Next, I'm gonna go in with the contour. I mentioned in my previous video, if you have not, make sure you check that out as well. But I mentioned in my previous video, when I contour, I don't contour for the purpose of literally contouring. I probably, because I don't necessarily contour to give myself dimensions, I probably should be using a bronzer. However, I'm a little bit complicated, so I like to be a little bit extra sometimes. So I am still going to use a cream concealer. But today I am going to contour, just for the sake of this video. I am going to do a deep contour just to show you guys how to do that. So I'm going to be going in with, because the only shade that I have that would be darker than my skin and dark enough to contour is this the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the color Espresso. So I'm just going to go around the base of my forehead with this contour. And I'm not using a whole lot. And I know I said I don't use it for the purpose of contouring, and even though I'm going to do a deep contour for this video, I am not going to use a ton of product, because we don't want to look crazy. We don't want that. Then I'm also going to do my nose as well, and you just literally follow the shape of your nose. Now, I don't have a contoured nose naturally, but I don't have a nose that I want to bring in. I do like the snatched look of when you do your nose. However, we're just gonna, we're gonna keep it simple. So we have our contour applied, and so I'm going to go in with, I did say in my last video I prefer to use a brush to blend out my contour, but for this video I'm going to challenge myself, and I'm going to start out with a beauty blender, and then we'll go into the brush because I know I'm going to need it. So I'm going to go in with my beauty blender again, and this time I'm going to use the butt of the beauty blender. We're going to go in and just blend that contour out. Now, if you notice, to me, that contour is not, it's not dark enough. And actually, put too much water on here, so it's kind of like, took some of my foundation off, so I'm gonna have to go back in a little bit and reapply that. Alright, so note to the beauty blender, when it comes to blending contour, I'm going to stick with my brush. So let me get one of my Old Faithful brushes out. And actually, let me try to see if I can find a darker contour concealer. I don't have anything that's super dark, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to work with this espresso. We're gonna roll with it. We're gonna roll with it and see where it takes us. So I would definitely recommend, if you're just starting out, start with a bronzer or a powder. It's gonna do you so much more justice. I'm just going in and this actually is kind of blended into my skin a little bit more than I wanted it to. But that's okay. It's going to help to create a deeper contour, and like I said, I have to get a darker contour shade in order to do this, but this will do now. So I'm just going in and just blending that out. It's gonna look a little bit crazy for a second until we go in and set everything. I like to bring my concealer down a little bit, and as you can see, it's already starting to look a little bit contoured. But again, I already have pretty contoured cheeks, so it's naturally probably gonna look like that. Alright, so I'm gonna go in with a fluffy brush to blend out the contour on my nose. I'm just going to blend up into my eyebrow. And be careful to when you're blending up into your eyebrow, you're not literally pushing the product in your eyebrow, you're just blending right below it. Because you don't want to touch your eyebrows and mess those up, because then you got to go back and fix those. And I don't know about you, but I ain't got time for that. So I'm just taking that right underneath my brow, just kind of blending it in. And I will say, this would seem to be much easier when it comes to applying your contour before your eyeshadow. That is where I can see this coming in handy. Other than that, we'll see how the eyeshadow works out. So next, we're gonna go in with our highlight, and don't worry guys, we are going to set the face and everything that's coming. I'm gonna go in with my Juvia's Place concealer as well. This is in the color number 15. So I am just going to apply that in all the areas that you want highlighted. Some people may not want every area highlighted like how everyone else does. I do under the eye. I do under the eye. I do my forehead. I do the bridge of my nose. And then I do my chin as well. Some people like to do their Cupid's bow. I don't do that because I don't feel like it makes a difference for me, so I don't do that. But you may not want to do all of this. Like you may just want to highlight underneath your eyes. You may just want to highlight your forehead. You may not want to highlight your forehead because you may have a 5 head. No shade, just saying. Do whatever works for you, sis. Whatever areas you want highlighted, do that. So I'm gonna go on with my beauty blender to blend this all out. I'm gonna start on the chin. gonna go here, and then I'm gonna do my forehead. For your forehead, if you do like to contour, or highlight it, you want to make sure that you highlight only in the areas where you have not placed the contour. I like to push my highlight up into my contour a little bit, and when I go into my powder for my contour, I am also we're going to blend out those harsh lines. However, this is blending in really, really well. Like, I can't even believe it. Like, I've never done my face this good, even after doing my eyeshadow. Like, this is crazy. This is crazy. But again, I really think it could be because Juvia's Place, they really have a good line, especially, you know, their foundations and the highlight sticks and everything. I really love it. So that could have something to do with it. I am gonna go in with this and just put it over my eyes as well too. A lot of people like to, after they have gone in with their contour, they like to go in with a brighter shade as well. I don't think I'm gonna do that, but I'm not sure. We'll see how this looks. I may go in with a little bit of a brighter shade just to further highlight. My contour, my highlight, I like to take it all the way up as well. That is cutting into the contour. However, once I go with the powder to set my contour, it is going to, it's going to even all that out. But I like to make sure that I have like a really snatched look. So I like to bring it all the way up, just to make sure that we're not leaving behind any harsh lines or anything like that. I am going to go in with a beauty blender on my nose. I know for the darker contour I used a fluffy brush, but I am going to use the blender for my nose. So really smoothly, I'm just going to go in and blend that out. Just like that. Easy enough. So we're going to go in with, this is by Black Radiance, and this is in the color Milk Chocolate. So I am going to go in and I'm going to set my face, my contour, with this shade here. You see how much more darker this this powder is? This is what I mean by it's gonna give you, your powder is going to give you a deeper effect, especially if you use a darker one. So I'm just going to go in and just set my face with this powder. It's going to look a little bit crazy for a second until I get everything blended in, so bear with me, stay with me. Now, because we are going for a deeper contour, I am applying more product than I usually would when it comes to setting my contour. So I'm just using this brush to apply the powder, and because it is a little bit sticky from me using the cream concealer, and I'm going to need to wash it, I am actually going to go in with my Old Faithful. Y'all already know. And I'm going to just blend it out. Blending, I would say there are different methods to blending. And what I mean by that is, so for blending out any cream concealers you want to stipple. You want to stipple your face when you're blending. Whenever you are blending out powder, or anything like that, you want to go in a circular motion. So I'm just going in a circular motion, and depending upon if you are trying to lose some of the product that you have put on your face, because sometimes you can put too much product, because I know I do that a lot of times, and that is why I really love this brush, because it cleans all of that mess up. But you can either go in with a light hand, and to ensure you're going in with a light hand, you just hold your brush at the end, and then you just go in, and that way you ensure you have a firm hold on your brush, but you still have a very light hand, and you're not taking so much product away, rather blending it out. But if you are trying to take product away, you want to hold it closer to the end, and you just want to press in, and so you're going to have much more of a firmer hand, so you're going to be taking away some of that excess product that you didn't want. Alright, so I think this is pretty blended. I'm going to go in with my fluffy blending brush that I used to blend my contour out, and I'm just going to set that. Next, we're gonna go in with our setting powder. My personal favorite, and it is pretty much the only one that I use. I have Fenty Beauty, but I don't use it as much. I do love it. It is highly considered for especially a matte look. And it is very, very soft and silky and smooth. I do love it. However, Airspun, definitely getting some more, because this is definitely my go-to. So I'm just gonna take whatever powder up in the top, and I'm gonna use my beauty blender to apply this. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna press it into the skin, just like that. So in all the areas where I have applied that highlight, I'm gonna press it. I'm also gonna set my eye as well too. The purpose of setting, let's talk about it. Purpose of setting your makeup is so that you don't walk around looking greasy, shiny, oily. We don't want that, because remember, we're trying to create skin. Your skin might be oily sometimes, but we don't want your makeup to be oily. You notice my forehead right here is a little bit shiny. Even before I just applied the powder, it was shiny, so it's a huge difference already. So I'm just gonna continue pressing this into the skin. And also another reason for setting is we do not want creasing to happen. You don't want your eyes to crease. We don't want around my nose creases. You don't want your smile lines to crease. You don't want that, sis. You want a flawless look all day. So I'm just pressing this into the skin. I'm not baking it. When you press it into the skin, you hope to give it that nice fresh look all day. So just literally pressing that all into the skin. The forehead, however, I do like to bake it a little bit, just because I feel like my forehead area gets a little bit more oily than everything else, and around here I like to bake. Under my eyes, I don't bake. I'm gonna put this down the bridge of my nose as well. Alright. And then we are going to go in with I'm gonna go in with just a finishing powder. Actually, you know what? I am going to use Fenty Beauty to set the rest of my face. Actually, usually I use Airspun, but I want to keep Airspun tends to lighten up areas to me, just because it's a translucent powder. It tends to lighten up your area. So like here, this area here is not contour. This is supposed to be skin. Here, it should not be lighter, it should not be darker, it should be the color of your natural skin. But if I put translucent powder there, it tends to lighten it up. And then now you have where you have your chin highlighted and then your cheek here, they're all blending together and it all looks the same. And then you have no dimension to your face, and we don't want that. So I'm just going in with my brush, and I'm just setting those areas that I didn't set with some Fenty Beauty. Now, earlier in the video, I did talk about that we were going to go in and clean up this contour. At the moment, I am going to take my beauty blender and I am going to go under there and put a very thin line of the Fenty Beauty just to clean that contour up. But for right now, I just wanted to set all of that. Alright, I am going to go ahead and dust this off. And when I'm dusting, I like to, especially for my forehead, I like to push it up into the contour. Alright, so there's that. Alright, now I'm going to go in with the Fenty Beauty and just go right below that contour. And just clean it up a little bit. So, boom. So we have contour, we have the highlight and everything, and I'm really impressed with it. I really love how it looks. It looks really smooth on my skin. Yeah, I really love how it's turning out so far. Next, I'm going to go in with a blush. And the reason why I'm going to do my blush in this video is because blush to me has a strong impact on your contour. I feel like it helps to furthermore push those cheeks up. And it really ties into your contour to me. So I am going to do that in this video just for that purpose, just to show you how that all matches out. So I am going to be using, to start off with, out of my NYX Beauty School Dropout palette, I'm going to be using my blush from here. And I'm going to be using a blend of two colors. I like to go in with this mauve pink color here, and then also this brown shade here, which is almost kind of like a bronzer. So I like to mix those two together, and then just apply up. I'm not applying on top of the contour, I'm applying just above that. So here I am applying on top of the contour on my smile, and then I'm just going literally right, following that cheek up and just applying it there as well. And then I'm going to apply it to my nose as well. And so I don't know if that made a difference to you guys, but to me it definitely did. I am going to go in with my brush really quick and just blend that together. So yeah, I just feel like that just gives it so much more dimension as well too, and it also gives you a beautiful little smile. I am going a little bit later with some more blush, but that'll be in my next video, so you guys will see that in the final look. But lastly, I'm just gonna go in with my Rose Water facial toner. I will try out using an actual setting spray, like a matte setting spray maybe. But I've always just used a Rose Water facial toner to set my face, and it's always worked perfect for me. So But I do plan to try an actual setting spray just to see what the difference is and if I like it better. But the rose water, it keeps your face nice and hydrated, so that's why I like to use it. So let's go ahead and spray that. Just gonna dry it down with my hands, and then I'm gonna take my brush and just push it into the skin. Alright, so that is it for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know if you guys tried this out. Make sure if you post it on your social media sites, you tag me. Follow me on all of my social media handles, which will be down in the description box below. Again, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please be sure to give it a big thumbs up. If you have not, make sure you go ahead and subscribe. Turn on your post notification bell so you'll be notified each and every time I post a new video. Also, make sure you stay tuned for part 2 of this video, which will be up in a few days. And I'll see you guys next time.